Hi, I'm Matt Marks.
And I'm Scott Lever.
This is AGCTV.
Matt, tell us about the summer outing.
Summer outing was packed full of events for AGC Maine members. We had shooting, skeet shooting, we had kayaking, we had four-wheeling, bird hunting, and wine tasting. So there wasn't much that you couldn't do.
Zip lining, golf. Me and a bunch of the guys and gals got to play golf at Sunday Rivers Golf Course, which I think is one of the best golf courses in the state, and I think everybody had a great time.
Yeah, after that, we wrapped it up on Saturday evening, headed to the summit for dinner at 2,100 feet to celebrate the achievements of Bob R.J. Grondin. It was a great night for the Grondins. Came back down and roasted s'mores and lit up some fireworks. Well, we didn't, but somebody did.
Somebody did, and the show was great.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Bob. Another great night we have coming up in September is September 10th at Bangor Spectacular Event Center. We'll be doing our annual scholarship night. We hope everyone can be up in Bangor for that night because it's sure to be a good time. Matt, tell us what's going on with the Highway Trust Fund.
Well, the Highway Trust Fund is important for some of these students who enter the field, and of course the folks today who are working. The Federal Highway Trust Fund is virtually insolvent or insolvent as of this summer, and the concern has been that they don't have a solution. And so this year they created a temporary patch basically that fixes it for short term, using monies, for example, from the leaking underground storage tank program. And we'll be looking at this again. My guess is election year, so we won't hear much until after.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of highways and all roads for that matter, Matt and I were able to attend a press conference earlier this month with the governor and the state police. They're going to be cracking down on distracted driving, and especially distracted driving in construction work zones. So that's something to keep your eyes out for. There's going to be some new signage, some added enforcement, and just an overall push to try to keep the roads safe for everyone.
Yeah, in my hometown, there's a battle again over what was the Waterfront Protection Ordinance, is now called the Clear Skies Ordinance. And after we won, we're victorious in November. The council put together a committee, I guess I will say, suggest biased in my opinion, and they developed a new proposal, very similar to the last one, that bans us to export American crude or Canadian crude through our port. And it's problematic for everybody, not just here in Maine and New England, but also nationally.
Yeah, those type of land-based ordinances are going to be a real problem in the future, and it's important that the business community stays ahead of it. Speaking of clear skies, we've also got another initiative going on with the Clear Water for Maine campaign. This was the water bond campaign from the past legislative session that's now going to ballot in November. It's going to be question 6, and I think it's very important that everybody gets involved and gets out there to let people know how important it is. I know I was thinking about it when I was ripping the rug up in my basement the other day.
Was it clear skies?
After the rain we got in South Portland just last week. So.
And the truth is, there's no excuse not to vote. We've made it very, very easy. If you go to voteatwork.com, a website that we built a few years ago with some of our partners, you can click on it and automatically register yourself to the Secretary of State's office to get the ballot mailed to your home or work, because we know you're all working very hard. Once you do that, you can fill out the application, mail it in, you'll get a ballot in the mail, and boom. It's that easy to vote. And it's so important this year. We still have, even though we've made gains, we have 6,200 construction workers that are still not putting their skills to work in Maine.
Absolutely. Make sure your voice is heard for the industry. Now it's that time of the show.
That's right.
Matt's favorite time of the show.
Name that pothole?
Name that, not so much this time. Instead of Name That Pothole, which we've had 0 participation on over the course of this entire AGC filming, AGCTV filming, Matt and I are going to show you guys some footage of AGC Maine staff participating in the infamous Ice Bucket Challenge to raise awareness for ALS. So without further ado, I'll give you the footage. Alright, here we go. Post-run, pre-work, Ice Bucket Challenge to raise awareness for ALS in memory of Tim White. I was nominated by Mark Curtis at Gorham Sand and Gravel, and by my good friend Steve Walbram. And in turn, I'm going to nominate my brother Brian Lever and AGC Maine President Charlie Chinkat. Don't forget to donate.
All right, I got challenged by Mark Curtis of Gorin Sand and Gravel to do the Ice Bucket Challenge for ALS in memory of Tim White. So before I do that, I got to nominate some other people. I'm gonna nominate Chip Late, Sergeant Corp, and Jim Hanley of Pike Industries, and the ladies at the Southport Redemption Center. Here we go. By the way, you got to donate too, right, buddy?
Where are you going?
I kind of screamed at the end there
You did?
on the challenge.
Oh. yes, you did. I'm not really sure. I thought for a minute it was a high school girl who was dumping a bucket of ice over her head. I think that about wraps it up for us here today.
Well, I'm Matt Marks. Remember your weaknesses and stay out of the trees.
And I'm Peter Griffin. You stay classy, AGC Maine.